Welcome back once again, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's Tony back with you while we have a look at some more sword and sorcery, high fantasy films from my collection. I have another 5 again for you today. 5 real good ones in this. I mean, 2 that really stand out. But all 5 films are solid enough in their own right. First one is again, I love the Arthurian legend. I love films about King Arthur. And this one was surprisingly good. King Arthur. Clive Owen plays the part of Arthur in this one, but it's slightly different to the Arthurian legend that you'll know. This is based on the idea, and it is a real concept, that Arthur was a former knight of Rome. So one of the knights of Rome, well, the majority of the knights of Rome were vanquished countries that got brought into the fold, and then they took the warriors and their armies and absorbed them into their own. And the whole idea of this is that Clive Owen, who obviously plays Arthur in this, he's only got a debt of so long that he has to work for the Roman Empire before he's a free man again, and so do all his men. Again, it's Arthurian legend that's based more in fact than fiction, because basically they think that's where the Arthurian legend came from, was from Rome, and when the Romans left Britain. Really good film. Keira Knightley's in this as well. Ray Winston's in this. Some real good British actors. It feels predominantly British when you're watching it, unlike some other sort of King Arthur films that don't feel, they feel very Americanized. This feels typically British. Really good film. You see them battling the Northmen, the Scots in this. It's good. It's at the end of the period when Rome thinks, well, fuck it, we've had enough of Britain. We can't do anything with them. We can't get them to behave like domestic people. They still want to behave like tribesmen and clans and just club each other to death. Leave them to it. You know what I mean? We're off. So that's where the idea from the Arthurian legend comes from. This film's really good. If you've never seen it, check out King Arthur. An absolute banger from canon now. And for such a long time as a kid, I hated this film, and I've talked about it before on this channel. But no, I truly love it. Master of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren, brilliant. Nothing like the Master of the Universe that everyone will remember as a kid from the 80s. This is nothing like the original He-Man. This is so far away, it's untrue. But Frank Langella's portrayal of Skeletor is one of the best things you'll ever see on film. This is a great film. And for so long, I remember watching this as a kid and thinking, this is not my He-Man. This is fucking terrible. What the hell is this? But the more you watch it and the older you get, the more it sort of appeals to you. And it is actually really good. We showed it on our monthly film night a couple of months back, and people went nuts for it. They absolutely loved it. So it shows you there is a modern audience for it. I think Umbrella have just put a nice box set of this out, nice release of this out. This is a Scandinavian release. There is no UK Blu-ray of this. But if anything's dying out for a 4K transfer, get it Master of the Universe on it. Another true big hitter now from the Henson Company, and it is Labyrinth. This is one of the favourites in our household. We have a shrine to Labyrinth downstairs in our living room. Loads of original stuff. We've got posters and 35mm prints and all kinds of stuff we've got for Labyrinth. It is my wife's favourite film. I like it as well as. It's typical Henson stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. It looks great again. The costumes in it, the way the world looks is fantastic. It never gets old. It never looks dated. Great story. David Bowie's phenomenal in it. The score's great as well as, and it's got Jennifer Connelly in it, so you can't really go wrong. That was Labyrinth. We mentioned Lou Ferrigno before. These are the better ones. These are the better films that he did for canon. This being one of the first ones. It's Hercules. obviously Canon saw what was happening with the corn and stuff, and they wanted a slice of the pie as well as, and they got Lou Ferrigno on board with the whole Hercules franchise. These are actually really good fun. Again, Italian exploitation films. They feel low budget, they look low budget, but they're actually loads and loads of fun. If you've never seen any of these or any of the Lou Ferrigno films that he did for Canon, they're worth watching, they're worth checking out. They can be picked up really cheap, these now, from 101 Films. And the last one for this episode is a Ridley Scott film. Now, normally Ridley Scott stuff for me is a bit way too out there. It's not my cup of tea. They tend to drag on for hours. He tends to do real world, gritty kind of stuff. And that's not me. That's not my kind of thing. But there is one film in his catalogue, and that's Legend. Tom Cruise and Tim Curry in this. Tim Curry does a phenomenal job of the sort of, is it the Prince of Darkness in this, or what was the actual character name? Lord of Darkness in this. Basically, he looks like the devil. The prosthetics on him, the costume is just amazing, and Tim Curry does what Tim Curry does best and brings that sort of costume and makeup to life, and this is no exception. It's phenomenally good. Really, really dark film, really moody. Tom Cruise actually takes a good part in this, you know what I mean? He's the character Jack in this, he's really good. And the world that's built around it is exceptionally good as well. But it is a really dark film. It's about the wants and needs, and do you really need things, and the wanting of things over the top of the things that mean the closest to you. It's good. It's a good film. It's a slow burn, real slow burn, right to the very end. But it's shot beautifully, and the whole sort of looks and aesthetics of it are great. So if you've never seen Legend, check it out. I mean, I know Arrow put this out on Blu-ray in the US. We've never had a release other than this one in the UK. So at some point, I will have to upgrade it to the Arrow release from the US. So yeah, so that was the 5 for this episode. So King Arthur, Master of the Universe, Labyrinth, Hercules, and Legend. So again, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes that have been coming through. Take care. I'll see you all again on the next one. Bye-bye.